So where at in Henderson that you used to live
Well,
in
I
Kentucky?
grew up. I grew up in the 8th Street projects, the Dixon Street projects, and then I guess when I was about in the 6th grade, I lived on Holloway Street.
All right. Well, I'm not too familiar for Henderson, Kentucky, because I'm originally from Evansville, Indiana. But I'm quite sure
Right.
our listeners out there can understand what you're talking about. So, uh, who was your inspiration in you getting started in the hip hop music industry? Your journey, how it began. Tell us about it.
Well, I always, even as a kid, I always wrote raps. You know, I used to rap for my friends. And I guess after I moved out here in California, I hooked up with my grandfather, and then my grandfather comes from a strong background of music. You know, he had his own label. He had a label called Baytone Records out of San Francisco, and I used to go with him when he had his different artists go and do gigs. And
Uh huh.
they did a lot of blues and jazz and gospel, but he had a lot of clubs sold up in San Francisco, and that's really where I really started rapping and recording is at my grandfather's studio. But I had a lot
All
of
right.
inspiration. Yes, I had a lot of inspiration. You know, I had a lot of inspiration from Hendo. You know, from people in Henderson who I was raised up with, and people who were older than me. You know, like the Tyler
Yeah.
family, the McGuire family. So you know, it's a lot of inspiration always been all around me.
Right, right. Thank you for that information. Now, you and your son are the hip hop duo artists. Khalid Taylor,
Right,
that's
right.
his
It's
name?
Taylor, Taylor,
Caleb.
Taylor,
Okay.
Taylor.
All right. So, you two both got started. You inspired him, or he was inspired by you. How did you two get together and started this journey together?
Well, you know, Brenda, I've been in music for years, making beats and just in the background of music for years. And I had all this equipment laying around the house and in storage, and he used to go with me whenever somebody needed something. Somebody might have needed a keyboard or somebody needed a drum machine, and he would go with me. And he told me one day, he said, "Dad, I want to start rapping." You know, he said, "We got all this music equipment. I want to start rapping." So he really inspired me, and I really got back in it because of him. And you know, he's good at writing. You know, writing music. He can also read music. He can read sheet music. He's very talented. Now he's in a movie. He's doing a movie called The Lower Bottoms, and he's playing a character called Sean, and it's going to be a series with about 126 episodes, and he's working now filming.
So, will we be able to see this on TV?
Oh yes, it'll be on TV. It'll be worldwide.
Okay. What would be the name of the flick?
Well, the flick is going to call Lower Bottoms Housewives of West Oakland.
Okay. And when
And
will
it's going
this
to be
begin?
well, the first episode should drop in about a month and a half.
Okay. Well, I hope that Kay will be able to call on the show tonight. Hopefully.
Well, I hope so. I gave him the number, and I know he's busy. And every time I mentioned it to him, he said, "Dad, I'm gonna be working. I'm gonna be working." I tell him, I said, "Well, you can take a break or something, you know."
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's
Yeah.
understandable. I respect all artists and people with talent. I understand. But thank you for that information. Now, where can anyone purchase that track on right now at?
Well, as of now, we're working on getting the album duplicated and getting it printed out. We're working on the J cards and everything, but it's on. Like I said, it's on. You can see it on. You can listen to it on Facebook. You can listen to it on YouTube. YouTube is really easy. All you have to do is type in Cutthroat Records, and you'll see a panther, and it'll pop right up. Now, if you listen
All
to it on
right.
if you listen to it on SoundCloud, all you type in is soundcloud.com/Glenn Taylor, GlenTaylor, and the music will pop up.
Well, thank you for that information. I hope
You're
everyone
welcome.
is listening and tuning in. I want to spin one of your track songs. This one's called Sly Hold Me Down. Is there a brief story behind this track here you can tell me about, TY?
Well, this song is called "The Streets Gonna Hold Me Down," and Sly was a partner of mine who actually lives in Louisville, Kentucky. And after I finished the track, I sent it to him, and he sung on it, and he just blew the roof off from it. It came out really good, but we were talking about, the streets here in Oakland. Oakland has the Bay Area's got a big music scene. I'm talking about clubs and promoting your music. There's a lot of producers and promoters, professionally and independent. And so, if you live here, there's a way that you're going to get your music out there because the venue
Right.
is so huge.
Well, here
And
is.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, we're going to go ahead and let our listeners listen to it, and we'll talk more about it after it stops playing, all right? So stay in your seat.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
Right on.
Up in Oakland when I'm on the streets. The Benz wet, candy red like a nosebleed. I turn my music down, the OGs wanna speak. They yelling, yo, TY, that's cause they know me. Last night I had a show up in Reno. I did my set, hit the bar and got my C-notes. Took a shot of Apple Crown, dapped up Keno. To him the B sign, I gotta hit the O. The ride back seemed like a long one. I checked my GPS, I just passed Frog Run. The highway was clear, I couldn't spot a soul. I cracked my window a bit and then I start to blow. I thought about my next song and my next show. Listen to Sly, then I thought about Hendo. Threw on the cruise control and laid back my seat. And then I thought about the streets gonna hold me. But I'm hooked on them cool checks. New shoes, fly gear with the whole set. A Corvette, and I ain't even got my L's yet. My homies tripping cause they all wanna try to ball. I tell them that this rap game hustle ain't for all of y'all. So sit back in your lane, let me do my thing. If you got K on your track, it's gon' really bang. From the O all the way to San Leandro, all across the Bay, LA, and out to Hendo. We gon' come with different styles. For the streets, so allow me to give it up. My pops told me when I flow, I better come correct. This one's going gold, and the beat's gonna make you move your neck. So put me on, coming straight from a young G. You can't go wrong, cause the streets gonna hold me. Get it, y'all. And on my line from the streets, I get a phone call. They say, TY, where you at? When you gon' drop, son? I tell them, homie, hold on, I got another one. Copyrighted, signed, and sealed, and down the proof sent. Me and K at Dream Kings with the blueprint. Cooler made a beat, and I'm back. It's got your neck bent. It's time to flood the streets, time to eat and pay rent. From Louisville all the way down to Duval. Kansas City, New York, back out to Fresno. Alabama, St. Louis, and St. Largo, Arkansas, Tennessee, and Chicago. As long as the streets are in need, I know they
All right, everyone. There it is. T.Y. Hey, hey, hey.